piece in the annals of ancient Egypt, the story of Amenemhat II stands as a testament to the enduring legacy of leadership and innovation. Son of Senusret I, Amenemhat II ascended as the third pharaoh of the 12th dynasty, marking his reign as a chapter in the golden era of the Middle Kingdom. Everything was all good at this particular time as ruler. His tenure as ruler, spanning from 1911 to 1877 BC according to the Oxford History of Ancient Egypt, or 1926 to 1895 BC as per Clayton's account, was a period of considerable stability and prosperity. Despite the lack of grandiose monuments or dramatic conquests that often characterize pharaonic rule, Amenemhat II's reign was significant for its subtler achievements. Early in his reign, Amenemhat II served as a co-regent with his father, Senusret I. This brief but crucial period saw him leading an expedition into Nubia, asserting Egyptian influence and control in the region. Such military ventures not only secured Egypt's borders but also fostered trade and cultural exchange, contributing to the kingdom's wealth and diversity. In a move mirroring his father's, Amenemhat II appointed his son, Senusret II, as co-regent. Though short-lived, this practice of co-regency ensured a smooth transition of power and continuity of the dynasty's policies and vision. Amenemhat II's 30-year rule post-co-regency was marked by diplomatic acumen and strategic governance. He continued the centralization efforts of his predecessors, strengthening the administrative and bureaucratic structures that would become hallmarks of the Middle Kingdom's efficiency and stability. Economic prosperity was evident under his rule, with trade flourishing along the Nile and beyond. His reign was a time of cultural efflorescence too, as seen in the quality of art and craftsmanship of the period. In essence, Amenemhat II's greatness was not in dramatic conquests or monumental architecture, but in his adept stewardship of a stable, prosperous, and culturally vibrant Egypt. His reign reminds us that true greatness often lies in the quiet, diligent management of state affairs, ensuring the well-being and prosperity of the people. As we delve into the past, exploring the lives of rulers like Amenemhat II, we are reminded of the importance of wise leadership and the impact of thoughtful governance. Their stories encourage us to pursue knowledge, understand our history, and draw inspiration from the lessons it offers. For in the echoes of their achievements, we find enduring wisdom for our own journey through time. As we further explore the reign of Amenemhat II, it's important to understand the context in which he ruled, and how his leadership contributed to the legacy of ancient Egypt. Amenemhat II's era was one where Egypt's power was not merely exhibited through military might, but through strategic diplomacy, economic growth, and cultural richness. His reign, often overshadowed by the more flamboyant periods of Egyptian history, was nonetheless a crucial chapter in the Middle Kingdom's narrative. Under his rule, Egypt maintained its influence over Nubia, a relationship that was not solely based on subjugation but also on mutual trade and cultural exchange. This balance of power and diplomacy was a cornerstone of Amenemhat II's foreign policy, reflecting a nuanced understanding of international relations. Economically, his reign was a period of prosperity. Amenemhat II's government continued the effective administrative practices established by his predecessors, ensuring stability and growth. The period saw significant agricultural development, supported by a network of canals and irrigation systems that maximized the fertile benefits of the Nile. This agricultural abundance not only fed the population but also supported trade, both internally and with neighboring regions. Culturally, Amenemhat II's period was marked by artistic and architectural achievements. While not known for colossal monuments, the quality and intricacy of art and craftsmanship during his time were remarkable. This era produced exquisite jewelry, fine pottery, and other artisanal works that speak volumes about the sophistication and skill of craftsmen under his reign. Amenemhat II's leadership, thus, highlights a different aspect of greatness, one that is rooted in the stable, methodical, and progressive administration of a kingdom. His reign exemplifies how effective governance, economic foresight, and cultural patronage can collectively contribute to a thriving and enduring civilization. Reflecting on Amenemhat II's reign encourages us to appreciate the quieter forms of greatness that lie in wise governance and the nurturing of a society's cultural and economic foundations. It teaches us the value of stability and prosperity achieved through thoughtful leadership and the importance of leaving a legacy that benefits future generations. In understanding our past, we gain insights into the art of leadership and the impact of a ruler who, though not the most celebrated in history, played a pivotal role in the tapestry of human civilization. Continuing our exploration of Amenemhat II's reign, we delve deeper into the aspects that made his rule a defining period in the Middle Kingdom of ancient Egypt. Amenemhat II's governance was characterized by a pragmatic approach to both internal and external affairs. This pragmatism is evident in his handling of Egypt's resources and his diplomatic relations. His reign was a period of consolidation, where the achievements of his predecessors were maintained and enhanced, rather than undertaking radical new initiatives. This approach ensured the continuity and stability of the Egyptian state during a time when other civilizations were experiencing upheaval and change. One of the key features of his rule was the continuation of the policy of co-regency. This practice, initiated by his father, Senusret I, allowed for a smoother transition of power and provided stability to the dynasty. Amenemhat II's own co-regency with his son, Senusret II, albeit brief, was a strategic move that reinforced this tradition and ensured dynastic continuity. In terms of achievements, while Amenemhat II may not have embarked on grand building projects like some of his successors or predecessors, his contributions to Egyptian art and culture were significant. The period saw a continuation of the artistic styles that had been developed earlier in the 12th dynasty, characterized by a refinement and sophistication in craftsmanship. The jewelry, sculpture, and other artifacts from his era reflect a high level of skill and aesthetic sensibility. Furthermore, Amenemhat II's reign was marked by administrative efficiency. He continued the centralization efforts of his predecessors, ensuring a well-organized and effective bureaucracy. This administrative prowess was crucial for managing the Nile's resources, particularly in agriculture, which was the backbone of the Egyptian economy. His story serves as a reminder of the various forms of leadership and success. It teaches us that enduring legacies are often built on the foundations of stability, continuity, and pragmatic governance. The reign of Amenemhat II underscores the importance of nurturing the cultural, economic, and administrative aspects of a civilization, ensuring its prosperity and longevity. In learning about such leaders, we gain a deeper appreciation of our past and glean lessons that remain relevant in the present. As we further contemplate the reign of Amenemhat II, it is essential to recognize the broader context in which he governed, particularly the socio-political landscape of the Middle Kingdom of ancient Egypt. This period, often considered a renaissance of Egyptian culture and power, was marked by significant developments in art, literature, and statecraft, all of which were influenced by the actions and policies of its rulers, including Amenemhat II. Amenemhat II's rule was not just about maintaining the status quo, it was also about nurturing a cultural identity that would define the Middle Kingdom. The art from his reign, for instance, while continuing earlier traditions, also exhibited a finesse and attention to detail that spoke of a sophisticated society. The craftsmanship of this period, especially in jewelry making, sculpture, and architecture, reflected a high degree of technical skill and artistic vision. In terms of literature, this era saw the composition of texts that would become classics of ancient Egyptian literature. These works not only served as entertainment but also as a means to convey moral and philosophical ideals, reflecting the intellectual climate of the time. Administratively, Amenemhat II's reign continued the trend of effective governance. His approach to administration was characterized by a balanced combination of centralized authority and regional autonomy. This allowed for efficient management of the state's resources while respecting the local traditions and customs, which in turn ensured loyalty and stability within the kingdom. Economically, Amenemhat II's reign was a period of prosperity. The efficient administration of agriculture, the backbone of the Egyptian economy, ensured a stable food supply. Trade, both within the Nile Valley and with neighboring regions, flourished during his time, bringing in wealth and exotic goods that further enriched Egyptian society. The story of Amenemhat II teaches us the value of balanced and stable governance, the importance of cultural and economic development, and the nuanced nature of power and leadership. In understanding the complexities and achievements of his reign, we gain a more profound appreciation of the Middle Kingdom of Egypt and the legacy it left for future generations. Amenemhat II's story is a reminder that the impact of a ruler is not always measured in grandiose achievements but also in the quiet, steady progress of a nation. Reflecting further on the reign of Amenemhat II, it's vital to understand the legacy he left behind, particularly in the context of the Middle Kingdom's development. His tenure as pharaoh was a critical period that bridged the past achievements of his predecessors with the future aspirations of his successors. Amenemhat II's reign was marked by a period of stability and continuity, which was crucial in a time when other civilizations around the world were facing significant upheavals. This stability was not a mere coincidence but the result of deliberate policies and governance strategies. The Middle Kingdom, during Amenemhat II's time, is often regarded as a period of rejuvenation in Egyptian history, where the state machinery functioned with remarkable efficiency and the arts flourished. The prosperity of this era, under Amenemhat II's rule, can be attributed to several key factors. Effective administration. Amenemhat II continued to build on the centralized administrative system, a legacy of his forebears. This system allowed for efficient resource management, crucial in a predominantly agrarian society like Egypt. Cultural patronage. His reign saw a continuation of the artistic and architectural endeavors that had begun earlier in the 12th dynasty. The craftsmanship and artistic achievements of this period reflect a society that valued and patronized the arts. Economic stability. His rule was marked by economic stability, bolstered by a strong agricultural base and active trade routes. This economic prosperity underpinned the kingdom's strength and allowed for the arts and culture to thrive. Diplomacy and military expeditions. While his reign was largely peaceful, Amenemhat II did undertake military expeditions, notably into Nubia. These expeditions were not just about conquest but also about securing trade routes and resources. Amenemhat II's legacy is thus multifaceted. He was a ruler who understood the importance of stability and continuity in governance, the value of cultural and economic prosperity, and the need for strategic military and diplomatic engagements. His reign is a testament to the fact that effective leadership is not always about grand conquests or monumental building projects but can also be about providing a steady hand that guides a civilization through periods of potential turmoil to an era of stability and prosperity. In learning about Amenemhat II and his time, we are reminded of the importance of understanding our history in its entirety. The lessons from his reign are not just about the past but offer insights into leadership, governance, and cultural development that are relevant even in today's world. As we look back at these ancient times, we can draw inspiration and learn from the wisdom of those who came before us, applying these lessons to our modern context. Kindly click like, subscribe, and share this channel.